Good afternoon, myself Santosh Yadav, and I welcome to all of you in LPM premises. Today's our lecture is elasticity for class 11. Class 11. Flow chart for today's lecture. Flow chart for today's lecture. First, Young's modulus of elasticity. Modulus of elasticity. Second, bulk modulus of elasticity. Third, modulus of rigidity. These are the flow chart for today. Young's modulus of elasticity, that is Y. Bulk modulus of elasticity, that is beta. Modulus of rigidity, that is beta. Basically, Young's modulus of elasticity is the coefficient of elasticity which is used for linear body. Bulk modulus of elasticity is the coefficient of elasticity which is used for volumetric body, and eta is the modulus of rigidity which is used for rigid body. You can say one portion fixed and other portion will try to move. So this is all about for today's lecture. This is all about flow chart of today's lecture. So first of all, we will start Young's modulus of elasticity. This is a straight, you can say, a cylindrical wire of cross-sectional area E and initial length L, and its length is increases by means of external force that is called deforming force, say F, and let this wire is increases by small l. Small l is much lesser than capital L, so that area of the wire should be constant. Listen, a wire of initial length capital L is increased by external force, that is deforming force, by small l. So deformation is very small as compared to initial length of the wire, so that area of the wire remain constant. You can consider area is not affected. So as we know, we have already told you that stress upon strain is called elasticity. This is the general formula for elasticity. So in terms of linear body, elasticity converts in Young modulus of elasticity, and stress is converted tensile stress upon strain is strain converted longitudinal strain. We have already told you that when linear body is deformed by external force, then stress acted on that body is called tensile stress, and strain obtained in that body in linear body is called longitudinal strain. So this is the general formula of elasticity, stress upon strain. So elasticity is Young modulus here. Young modulus is used for coefficient of elasticity for linear body, and stress is tensile stress and strain is longitudinal strain. Basically, tensile stress is also a part of normal stress, and pressure is also a part of normal stress. Pressure is used in volumetric body and tensile stress is used in linear body. So you can say here stress equal to force upon area, where A is the cross sectional area of the wire, F is the deforming force, you can say. So this is tensile stress, and longitudinal strain, change in length upon original length. So change in length is small m and original length is capital M. So this would be Young modulus. So y equal to FL upon AL. This is the formula for Young's modulus of elasticity. So write it down in proper manner. Suppose if you are using a load, hanging load on the wire, that is load mass is m, then you can write here F equal to mg, and if radius of the cross sectional area of the wire is small r, so you can also say that F is converted into mg L upon pi r square L. In case of load of mass m and radius of cross sectional area is smaller, so you can write here F equal to mg and A equal to pi r square. Cylindrical wire having cross sectional area pi r square. L is the initial length, small l is the elongation, that is changing length. So this is all about Young modulus of elasticity, and its unit is, you can say here, unit of strain is no unit because ratio is same. So unit of Young modulus will be Newton per meter square, that is Newton meter minus 2. Remember that Young's modulus of elasticity is the coefficient of elasticity which is used in linear body only. Now we will move on bulk modulus of elasticity. So write it down, bulk modulus of elasticity. It is represented by beta, and it is the coefficient of elasticity which is used in volumetric body. Consider the volumetric body of volume V. And pressure applied on it is P. Pressure is also a normal stress and used in volumetric. Suppose initial volume of the body is V and pressure applied on it P. After increasing the pressure, let body decrease its volume and volume remain V minus delta V, and pressure increases P plus delta V in all the directions perpendicular to the surface. Initial volume of the body is V, pressure is V. When pressure is increased by delta P on the body, its volume will decrease by delta V. So final pressure will be P plus delta V and final volume will be V minus delta V. So here pressure is a stress, normal stress you can say. So E equal to stress upon strain. Stress upon strain. So in case of E we can use beta, because beta is a volumetric coefficient of plasticity. So stress is normal stress, which is pressure, and strain is volumetric strain. E change into beta, stress change into normal stress, that is pressure, and strain is volumetric strain because volume is changed here. So you can write here in proper manner. So beta equal to pressure change delta P, this is the stress, normal stress, and volume change delta V upon V. So write in proper manner delta V upon delta V. Or minus sign should be added here. Reason behind this is because beta is the coefficient of elasticity which cannot be negative, always be positive. So if delta P is positive, then delta V will be negative, because as pressure increases, volume decreases, and if delta P is negative, then delta V is positive. So overall, all the physical quantity related to it is positive. So write it down. Minus sign indicates that as pressure increases, volume decreases. Minus sign indicates that as pressure increases, volume decreases, and vice versa. And vice versa. So if pressure increases, then delta P positive, then delta V will be negative because volume decreases. So negative into negative, whole thing is positive. If pressure decreases, it means delta P is negative and volume is delta V is positive. So negative of delta P into negative, still whole thing is positive, because beta is always positive, coefficient of elasticity. So minus sign compensate beta. This is volumetric coefficient of elasticity. Pressure is the normal stress here, and delta V is the change in volume, and V is the original volume. So delta V by V is the volumetric strain. So now move on, modulus of rigidity. Third case. Listen one thing. Consider a volumetric body. This is the side view of the body. Lower face is fixed. And a tangential force applied on it, so that upper face will shift like that. This is lower face. Listen. Initial shape of the body is like that. After applying tangential force on upper face of the body, shape will change and become like that. Let's shear with an angle theta. This is a volumetric body, and we see it inside views. So it's look like a square. This is a volumetric body. But see from this side, you can see square. Length, width and height all are same here. This is a cuboid, but this body is taken as cube of side L. Cube of side L. Here this is cuboid. But we should take here cube of side L, cubic body. Length, width, height all are same. And lower portion is fixed, and upper portion tangential force is applied on it. So shape of the body is changed. This side will shift here and this side will shift here. So this shape will change into this shape. This force is acted on area L square, because cube of side L means every every face of the cube will be square, and area of the square will be L square, because each side having length L. So E equal to stress upon strain. In previous cases, size are changed, but in this case, shape is changed. So E should be taken as eta, modulus of rigidity, coefficient of elasticity for a body which is fixed from lower face, and tangential force applied on upper face, so that its shape will change. So modulus of rigidity. Stress is tangential stress. And strain is shearing strain. Because force is acted along the surface, parallel to the surface, so that stress is called tangential stress. If force is acted perpendicular to the surface, then stress is called normal stress. Here tangential stress is used to change the shape of the body, and body shear at an angle theta, so that's why it is called shearing strain. So theta is called shearing strain. Shearing strain. So put the value here. N equal to deforming force is F. Area of the body, cubic body of side L, is L square, force upon area. Each face of the cubic body is square. Since side of the cube is L, so area will be L square. So F upon area upon theta. Theta is shearing strain. Force per unit area is called stress. So stress upon strain. Strain is theta. So what is the theta here? Suppose shearing strain is theta and body move up to x. So in this triangle, tan theta equal to x by L. Since theta is very small, as strain is taken very small, change is very small, always taken. So theta is very small, so you can write here tan theta as theta. So theta equal to x by L. So put this value here, F upon L square, x by L. So one L is cancelled out. F by XL. So this is shearing strain theta, and theta is the modulus of rigidity. So today's lecture is over right now. I hope you enjoy. Thank you very much. Goodbye.